G'day viewers, Aussie here. If you like listening to an angry Australian talking shit about anything and everything, grab that like button, take it out on a date, take her home, give her the best sex possible, and it doesn't even matter if she can't come, because you can. Anyway, what are we talking about today? Let's have a look. There's so many topics and so much bullshit I could talk about. I've had some good adventures all around the world. Japan, Thailand, Canada, South Korea, all over the place. Some of the best things that have happened to me, purely by accident, have been here in the US. And as much as I live here now, this is my home, my walkabouts sort of pretty much ended here. Most of the cool shit happened when I first got here. Because then you start getting used to things. You start getting used to the language differences, the cultural differences, things that you're just not aware of, and Americans aren't aware of. And it's not because Americans are stupid by any means. You guys just aren't educated on anything else in the world. You used to be, I think. I think your schooling system over here was pretty cool. But these days, no one knows shit about anything else other than America. But my first trip across here was just after 9/11. In fact, our plane was held up because of 9/11. So we were delayed for, I think, 7 days, and then they allowed us to jump on board and come across. But got through, went through the flight, everything was cool. I was nervous because didn't fucking know. Wasn't aware of what I should or shouldn't be fucking doing. So I'm cruising through, I'd gone through everything, and this dude at customs. Now, let's be honest. Shaved head, tattoos, sort of rough looking. Well, very rough looking, I guess. It's not fucking pretty. I look like a thug. Been told that many a times. The way I talk, I curse a lot. Fuck, I'm just an Australian. Jesus. Everyone thinks I have Tourette's, but once you tell them you're Australian, they have a better understanding. So, anyway, going through customs, this big black bastard ended up being cool as fuck. But he was a big bastard. And calls me over. Alright, no worries. Cruised over there. First mistake, I had on a t-shirt that said, my anger management class pisses me off. So, not going to win any prizes for that one. The way I look, the way I'm talking, apparently so I've been told a lot of times I have a resting, go fuck yourself face. So I guess that doesn't win me any fucking points either. Anyway, so, got up to his desk, and he said, passport, all the other bullshit, hand over any documentation. And he said, do you have anything to declare? And I went, no, mate, I got nothing. They made me put all that shit in a fucking plastic bag and dump it before I even left. And he said, so you don't have any meds? And I said, no, mate, why the fuck would I use meds? I don't use meds. And he said, why don't you use meds? And I said, that's a fucking Sheila's thing. And he said, what do you mean? And I said, that's females use fucking meds. Us blokes don't fucking touch them. And he said, you being a smart ass? And I said, no, man, I'm being fucking honest. It's a female thing. And he said, are you too tough? And I said, it's got nothing to do with being tough, mate. It's just blokes don't use fucking meds. And he was getting agitated and louder, which I guess in turn I was getting agitated and fucking louder because I'm trying to comprehend what the fuck this dude's talking about. He's gone, so you're telling me that no man in Australia uses meds? I've gone, no, mate. None of us fucking do. We'd be fucking laughed out of Australia if we started doing that shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? What are we having problems with here? I said, what are you fucking trying to ask me? And he said, meds. It's a simple question, meds. Do you use medication? And I went, are you shitting me? Meds, is that medication? I said, mate, you've got to understand, meds in Australia are tampons. You can't, it's just, anyway, he was rolling for a few fucking minutes. He thought it was fucking great. So we ended up bullshitting for a little while, just over some of the cultural differences, wording, whatever. Because that was a good learning curve for him, certainly for me. But it was fucking funny. But before we even got to that point, this was on my first trip over. Before we even got to that fucking point, we had I had a stopover in Japan. I always stay in Narita, Japan. If you fly Japan Airlines, cruise across to Narita, you'll end up with a 24-hour stay. They put you in a 5-star hotel. It's phenomenal. We wake up the next morning to a fucking king's banquet. You don't get that shit with fucking Qantas. None of that crap. And it's about $2,000 fucking cheaper. Anyway, so I'm sitting in Narita Airport, another Aussie. Now, when I travel with a bandana, an Australian flag bandana around my right leg. That way, any of the other Aussies that see it, no, I'm an Aussie, they'll come over and they'll hang out. Because in Japan, not many people speak Australian. A lot of tourists, so you got German, French, Italians, fuck, whoever. Um, so the Aussies will sort of hang out. Anyway, this Aussie, one particular bloke come and sat down next to me. We were bullshitting for a while. And a couple of Yanks had come down and they were sitting on the seats next to us. Or across from us, I should say. So me and this dude are talking for a little bit. Then these Yanks come over and say, "You're Aussies?" And we said, "Yeah." And they said, "We're going to Australia now." And I said, "Okay, cool, man. Where are you going?" They said, "Oh, we're going to Sydney. Then we're going. I think they were going to Queensland. Then they were going across to Perth in Western Australia, which is cool as fuck. If you're going to hit Australia, get the fuck out of Sydney and Melbourne. That's the highway into Australia. You've got to get out. You've got to go and see Australia." Anyway, so he said, "Yeah, man, we've got this encyclopedia here." And I'm thinking, okay, what the fuck you got an encyclopedia for? So, because we're going to teach Australians about America. Okay, no worries. Can I have a look at your fucking book? So I'm grabbing it and I'm looking through it. These guys didn't realize, once again, not because they're stupid, just because you guys aren't educated about other countries. So we're fucking around and I'm looking through this book and I'm looking at Crazy Horse and some of the other monuments you've got through the place, New York, cityscapes, all this sort of shit. But they had one particular page, it was a center spread, and it was in Ohio or one of those fucking places, and they had this beautiful lush green fields. And I'm looking at it and it's got cows in this fucking picture. And I hit it and I said to the Yank, "What is that?" And he said, "What do you mean?" I said, that animal there, what the fuck is that?" He said, "Oh, it's a cow." I'm, "What the fuck is a cow?" And he's looking at his mate and he's looking at fucking the Aussie sitting next to me, and the guy sitting next to me, he was trying to look the same as I was. We're confused. What the fuck is a cow? And he's going, "What do you mean? What is a cow? There's cows everywhere." And I said, "Not that I've fucking seen, man. I've been all around Australia. What do you do with it? Do you ride it? Is it like a dog? Do you fucking have it in the house?" I said, "What do you fucking do?" And he goes, "They're cows, man. They're about as big as a fucking horse, and you get milk out of them." I'm going, "Are you fucking shitting me? Those things have milk? How the fuck do you milk them?" So he's telling me the milking process, and he's trying to educate me on all of this shit, and I'm trying not to fucking laugh. I'm trying to look really fucking interested in what this fucker has to say. But he said, "Well, back home, where do you get your milk from?" And I said, "Man, kangaroos. Every motherfucker knows about kangaroos. That's where we get our fucking milk. I've never seen a fucking cow. I thought it might have been like a fucking dog." So now I know, because Australians are inherent bullshitters, that he will roll up into fucking Sydney or wherever the fuck he's going, and he'll catch up with some Aussies, and they will keep that lie going until these motherfuckers make it out to the country somewhere and see some cows and know that we're all a pack of lying cunts. So that suits me just fucking fine. But just weird shit. We were sitting there with a mate one night, and I said, "Man, I need a fucking torch." And he said, "What for?" I said, "I'm going to go home. I need a torch." And he said, "What the fuck do you need a torch for?" And I said, "So I can see where I'm going." And he said, "Oh, you mean a flashlight?" And I said, "No, a fucking torch." And he said, "Well, a torch is what you cut metal with." And I said, "No, man, that's a gas axe. A torch is what you fucking shine on the ground and use for whatever in the dark." So another, just play on fucking words, just not sure. Biscuits and fucking gravy. Now, in Australia, cookies are biscuits. So the first time I'm sitting in this restaurant, I'm going, "Man, I don't even know what half of this shit is. So I just want something light. What's cool?" And the waitress is going, "Do you want biscuits and gravy?" And I'm going, what the fuck? What the fuck is biscuits? And she said, it's biscuit or a couple of biscuits and you just put gravy on it. So in my head, straight away, I'm thinking Oreos and fucking gravy. So just a bad fucking meal altogether. But I couldn't picture anything else because I wasn't thinking of anything else. Just fucking weird shit. So you have stupid shit along those lines. Where I'm from, instead of piece of cake, it's a piece of piss. Yeah, man, piece of piss. We can take care of that. Over here, I'm standing in Sturgis. I'm in an Angels bar because I paint bikes for those blokes. And this big motherfucker called Tiny, he's standing next to me. And he said, "Man, I need to know if you can put this on my bike. I drew this picture." And I said, "Okay, man, yeah, I can do it, piece of piss." He's going, what? And I said, yeah, mate, piece of piss. Yeah, we can do it. Now, unbeknownst to me, he's looking at me getting fucking agitated. I got a mate of mine standing next to me who's watching him getting agitated. I'm looking at the artwork, so I'm not paying any fucking attention. But apparently, this motherfucker thought I was telling him his drawing looked like piss and was about to take my fucking head off. If a mate of mine hadn't intervened and translated, yeah, I might not be sitting here today. So, yeah, just different terminology. Um, Quite often, South Australia, if we're saying yeah, we'll just go nah, yeah. Or if we're saying no, we'll go yeah, nah. So you might pick up on that in some of these fucking videos. I don't know. I'm just trying to have fun. You've got to decipher which is bullshit and which isn't. Um, I just want to sit here and tell cool stories, enjoy myself, make you fuckers laugh. Because admittedly, if you're sitting here on YouTube watching my shit, you are a wanker and you've got nothing better to do. So enjoy it, have a laugh, even at my expense. You can write a comment if you want, hit the subscribe button, um, and I'll see you on the next run. Thank you. Be safe. Have fun. See you then.